Okay, let me start out this video by saying, yet again, I was wrong. I admit I was wrong. I don't claim to ever be right about the things that I say in my life and with other things. I make mistakes just like anybody else in life. But this video was inspired by and thought up by because of a guy. He has a couple channels. I will leave his name in the description. One of his channels is Gray Touch Zero and inmendham. They're weird names. I don't know what they mean exactly, but this guy, he's like the only other person on YouTube that I hear saying things the way that he says them. And I was wrong when I said that things don't matter. It does matter. It does matter. Suffering does matter. It does matter that there's a homeless guy that might be starving in the street and we can give him food. You know, just because we're not him, oh, it doesn't matter. You know, this is where we need to wake the fuck up, y'all. We need to get out of ourselves in this kind of way, because are you making the mess or are you doing what you can do to prevent and clean up the mess? See, this is where we've come in this life and in this lifetime is it's either or you ain't. You're either doing more to cause the problem or you're doing something to prevent the problem. And it's time to start doing something about things instead of just talking about it. And when I say that, I'm saying that to myself. It's time to stop talking about this shit and start taking action. Even if that's through a video speaking what it is that needs to be spoke, then that's what we have to do. But I hear a lot of us saying that this doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Everything's pointless and meaningless. In the end, it may be, but while we're here, it's not. You know, the guy said something about, and it's weird that he said something. This is one of the first things I heard was him talking about turtles, because I brought this up the other day, something about turtles and how they came to be and all this. But out of those thousands of eggs that hatch, there's only a couple that survive. And this is the cruelty of nature and how things are. And we don't want to see how things are. We don't want to face what it is that we are doing in this life. And a lot of us, we act like we're not a part of the problem, but we're a part of the problem. You know, it's no more with this Mr. Nice Guy shit. I'm not saying don't be kind when the time is right to be kind. I'm not saying don't do whatever needs to be done at any particular time. But when we just keep saying things like it doesn't matter, I don't care about anything, and even I say this stupid bullshit. I do care though. I do care that some guy got his legs blown off in war and oh, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he got his legs blown off, right? Well, what if you were that guy and the only thing that was there was a Band-Aid and some alcohol to pour onto your leg while your leg is blown off in that war that you were in as the person? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter that there's this injured animal, this cat at the side of the road that you'll just drive by and you won't even pay it no mind because, oh, it's just a cat. The cat has nothing to do with me. It's just a stray cat. And, you know, there's somebody that actually does care, that actually will try to at least feed the animal or maybe take the animal in. And this is the people, we need more of these people in life. And I know some people, they don't care. They don't give a shit. If it doesn't suit everything that they're doing, if it doesn't suit their addictions and it doesn't suit their pleasures in life, then they don't give a shit. And this is even how hypocritical I can be. Like, we can call ourselves animal lovers. You might have a cat and dog that you own, yet you eat animal meat every day. So what does that make you? It makes you an animal eater. It makes you an animal killer. Even though you're not at the slaughterhouse doing it, you're still that thing, whether you want to admit it or not. And for me, yes, I have been eating meat lately, and I feel like a hypocrite. Every time I eat it, I feel like a complete hypocrite. And you know what? Right now, I'm not buying meat. I'm done eating meat right now. I'm not eating meat. I'm going to buy me some soup, some vegetables, some, things that are not things where animals are getting tortured and killed every day. I'm done. I'm done with it. And I said this before, but this time I mean it. Every time I look at meat and my lips start salivating, I'm going to think of that animal. And I do. I always do. I always think of these things every single day I wake up. I think about what is suffering in the world and who doesn't have enough. And I know I can't do everything, but I can do little things in my spare time. You know, if do you have a homeless man that lives next to you that you see all the time? Well, then take the guy something to drink, take him some bottles of water, and take him some food. Give him a couple dollars if you have it. You know, do you see stray cats that are all around or whatever? Now I can see giving them food next to your house. You don't want an entire population destroying everything. I understand that. But if it's somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and you have some food, then give the thing some food. You know, are you cleaning up the problem or are you causing the problem? Are you making the mess or are you cleaning up the mess? And this guy's channel was the spark that I needed again, because I lost something in myself. I turned back into a coward. And I was being a coward for so long, saying that nothing matters and I don't care. And, you know, just on and on and on with the foolishness. I hear so many of us, we talk about this all the time. We're just talking about all these things, how nothing matters and why even do anything. But the thing is, there are people that are suffering right now. There are things that need attained to, and when the time is needed, are you and I going to do them things? Talking doesn't do a fucking thing. It doesn't do nothing. Well, let me take that back. Us talking about this can spread the awareness of it, but in actuality, it's not doing anything until you and I act out upon it. If it gets into your head, because most people, it's not even going to get into their head because they don't give a fuck. They don't care about anything but themselves. They don't care anything but about their success, stepping on whoever they have to step on to get to where they're going, empowering themselves. Like, these rich people make me sick. They make me absolutely sick to my stomach. Now, I'm not for being poor and I'm not for being rich. I am for having what I need. I am for having what the other person needs. I am for preventing and stopping as much suffering as I possibly can. Now, what are you for? That's the question. What are you for out there? And some of you are so oblivious to this. You are so blinded by your ambitions. You are so blinded. We are so blinded by our goals and what we want to achieve in life and all these things that we have these feel goods for. And we don't even realize that we are the problem. You and I are the problem. Now, let me say this to you. This is an example of how hypocritical we are. Say that somebody took a whole busload of kids to McDonald's and got a bunch of cheeseburgers and ate there. Oh, that was a positive thing. That was a positive thing that we did for the kids. Yet there was some animal that had to be slaughtered viciously, without mercy, for them to eat them burgers, to eat that meat. And see, even I'm sickened by myself. This is what I mean when I say that I'm sick of these things, because even I'm sickened by myself. And I see what I'm doing, and I take responsibility for my actions. And I feel ashamed every time I eat the meat of an animal. I feel ashamed, and I say, why the fuck am I doing this? This animal had to suffer and die for me to eat it, but yet I'm still doing it. This is how foolish and corrupt we really are. There's no getting away from this. And we should look at this like a good thing, not a bad thing. It should be like a thing where you don't have to say it's good or bad. You should know what it is automatically. I shouldn't have to tell you this. People like me and the other guy's channel that I'm going to leave for you to go there and watch yourself, we understand this. And I see the hypocrisies of myself and the world every day. And I look at that in the mirror, and it fucking sucks. It sucks, but I do it because if we are not for honesty and truth, then what are we for? We're for the opposite thing. And it does matter that somebody is suffering. It does matter that there are homeless people that are out in the streets right now, that are freezing cold, that are hungry, that don't have anything to eat. It matters that there are millions of animals every year that are being killed and slaughtered and ripped apart. And even though that's nature, it's the meat grinder of life. Every one of us are going to have our day. Some of us will go more viciously, more violently, worse than others. And some of us will go out in a more peaceful manner and whatever, you know. But until that day, what are you going to be doing until that day? What am I going to be doing until that day? Am I just going to keep letting all these things pass me by? Am I just going to see it and not do anything about it? Am I just going to keep talking and talking and talking and talking about it? And I'm not saying don't do videos, but a lot of the videos that we're doing, they're bullshit videos. They're not doing anything. They're just spreading more of the mess instead of cleaning up the mess. They're just spreading more of the bullshit and the lies than spreading what's actually going on here. And I am fucking tired of it. I'm tired of it. I am tired of us lying to ourselves. I am tired of hearing this soft, in denial message that comes out of people's mouths. And just because you think you're talking about the opposite thing, that doesn't mean you're doing anything either. You're just spreading more nonsense and ludicrousness around. I'm sorry. Like I said, I can't be this nice guy anymore. It's not the time for that. It's time to take action. And you can take action in many other ways. You can make videos and spread this type of awareness through action. You can go out and speak to somebody wherever you're walking, speak to them about something. It's the little things you do behind the scenes in secret. It's not to get on Instagram and to record yourself doing these good deeds in front of people. That doesn't mean a damn thing. That's just you wanting recognition. That's you wanting your ego lifted more. That's you wanting your addictions and your feel goods and all these other things lifted up on a pedestal. That doesn't mean shit. Are you helping someone? Are you giving someone what they need? Are you stopping violence? Are you preventing war? Are you preventing suffering? That's all that matters anymore. And that is the thing that matters. And this is something that I want to live for. This is the one thing, even though I know hope is a beggar, this is my one hope, is that I at least stop and prevent some of this suffering, some of this madness, some of this chaos, some of this ignorance. That's all that I can do for myself. And it has to be each one of you. It has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with the world. It has to do with you, the person watching. But how many of you will actually reflect this back onto yourself? Because you're so addicted. You're so into yourself. You're so prideful. You're so arrogant. You don't care what happens to something else because you want something. You want to be gratified. You want to feed your addictions. And when I say you, I am saying this to me too. I am not just saying this to you people, but we are in times where there is too many people talking and there is not enough people acting. Even me, I'm talking too fucking much and I'm not acting enough. And even if you're not stopping something completely or totally, at least you can do something to prevent it. You can do a little bit of something wherever you are. So don't give me the excuse of all these things that everybody else is saying. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear people's bullshit. Because all we're doing is we're bullshitting and we're lying to ourselves every day. Every single day we're lying and bullshitting to ourselves. If we're not involved with it, then we don't think anything about it. If we're not the one getting our leg blown off, if we're not the cat or the dog in the street that's, limping and is starving to death, we don't give a shit about it. If we're not the homeless man on the corner that is freezing and starving and thirsty, then we don't give a shit about it. And it should matter. It should matter to you people. And if you say it doesn't matter, then you're a part of the ignorance. You're a part of the problem. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of how you think and who you are right now. See, I don't care for the bullshit. I care for preventing suffering. I care for actually helping when I can, when the time is needed. I'm not saying that I can fix this whole thing because we know that we can't fix the problem of nature. We can't fix how most people are. I can't fix that there's these greedy motherfuckers out here that's all they're worried about is money, fame, power, success, a mansion, And what does that do? What does that do? That's not doing nothing for anyone. You're not solving any problem. You're wasting things. You're wasting material. You're wasting time on your lavish life. You're not doing nothing for anyone else. You're only doing something for yourself when you're like that. Now, are you like that, or are you a humanitarian? Even though you might not be able to hack the human condition, that you can't stand how this really is, I understand that. I understand all that. But are you making the mess, or are you cleaning up the mess? Are you empowering yourself and going for success and to be rich and to have your ego lifted up? Or are you helping these people in the street? Are you picking up the stray cat and helping that animal? Are you preventing war and chaos? Are you doing all these other things? That's all it comes down to. And like, even what I've been saying, listen, when I say neutral, there are times to stay out of things. There are certain issues that take place where you have no business getting involved with. That's when I say be neutral. But that's not all the time. That's just certain times. See, once you're aware of what's really going on, once you're aware of all these things, I am not going to have to tell you this anymore. You will know for yourself. But not a lot of people are telling you about this. Not a lot of people are getting on your shit. Not a lot of people are offending you and actually telling you how you are and how it really is. And I needed to hear it for myself too. Or I wouldn't have this awareness that I have to say it to other people. So anyway, I will leave a link in the description. And if we do watch this channel, it's not to keep just saying that nothing matters and I don't care about anything and fuck everyone and everything. Even though it's so easy to say that. It's so easy to say that. I know deep down, y'all would not be saying what you're saying if you did not care. You wouldn't be saying what you're saying if you didn't care. So you do care for suffering. You do care for the suffering of other people and other animals. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be doing videos on it. Now, am I right or am I right? You have to be convinced that this is right. I was wrong about when I said it doesn't matter. I was wrong. I lied to you. Forgive me for lying to you. I lied. I was wrong. Now, I'll leave a link in the description for this man's channel. Just watch and listen to the videos. Don't judge them or put your own. Right away, everyone wants to, right when it's something that they can't stand or they don't want to face, right away they have an answer for it. Right away, their pride and ego and all these other things comes in to say, oh no, I'm not like that. That's for these people. I can't do that. Those people do that. Well, I'm not slaughtering the animal at the slaughterhouse. I'm just eating the animal. I'm not there killing it. So I'm not a part of that. You and I are complete hypocrites, and we have to see that we're hypocrites in order to see what I'm saying here, or you're not going to see it. You're going to keep blatantly, ignorantly doing whatever you're doing in your life, and you're going to keep doing it, and I have no control over that. You're going to do what you do. I'm going to do what I do, but I know nobody is going to stop me from what I'm doing in my life. Nobody is going to tell me otherwise of the awareness that I have, and I'm going to keep spreading that and spreading that and spreading that. I'm already dead to this world. I already know that I'm heading for the grave. I already know how all these things are and whatever. I've already did all this stuff. Now it's time to tell other people so that we can actually care when the time is needed to care. That we can actually help feed a mouth when it's time to feed a mouth. That we can actually help prevent this mess instead of adding on to the mess every day. And even me doing a video like this, I feel kind of like a hypocrite because I know that even if I don't try to, I will get myself somehow involved with or be a part of or say something that later on I'll look at and go, my goodness, I am a complete hypocrite. I'm contradicting myself. And I know I always contradict myself, but I am the hypocrite. I am the hypocrite right here, me. I am the problem. And if you can't point the finger back at yourself, then you are the problem, my friends. People out there watching.